So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on the bracket here and check out Marcela's run to this round. I'm very curious actually how she did. Okay, so I'm still checking here. Got the shot here. Kind of routine pass there, not too close to the lines. It's a pretty good shot, but these best players in the world, these shots are important. That's unlucky. That's how it goes, unfortunately. So I'm still trying to find Marcela. So Marcela came through the first round of 32, beating Million Rain, and then she's now playing Lea now. So first round through second round. Okay, let's take a look here. Is that ball long? Let's take a little peek. She had all the time in the world to hit it. 60 challenges that. Look pretty close. I think it'd be more out than in, if I'm honest. Okay, so see Marcela's game here. I'm just looking how consistent she is when she's playing. Again, I've mentioned this in other games. Staying within the lines under pressure is a real skill set that players that have a lower seeding than the ones above them need to do under pressure. Okay, so good serve. I think Lea's bounce was slightly off there. That'll probably get better as we get through this game, just to get kind of warmed up and used to the environment you're in. Yeah, well placed ball there, made her make the shot, made Marcela hit the ball. And these were the pros that our high seeds are used to. They've done this enough. And if you're a player trying to get into pickleball, knowing that you have to put the reps in and do the time to get sort of where you need to be, it's all part of the game's growth. It's a good ball. Very nice. Very nice. That one was well played, simple. Again, good margins. Women's singles and also men's singles. The important thing to do is keep the ball a foot inside the lines. Don't go too close to the lines. You haven't got the time or the space to do so. Yeah, just wide, I'm afraid. Just wide. Not a bad idea, not a bad play, putting pressure on down the line, but it's just the idea that you've got to keep it within the lines. You are a rated player lower than the person you're playing against. You have to respect that and make them hit the shot. If they're too good, they're too good. If they can't hit the ball, then nothing's achieved. What? Wow, great point. Great point there. Bit of cat and mouse. Put Lea into the deep in the corner here. Oh wow, that is tough. Well played, Lea. So players here, they've got Lea has got a Yola, and also on the far side, Marcela is using the Pro XR. So they're the kind of powers of choice. You can get those on pickleballcentral.com if you want to check those out as well. They are offered for sale on there. Again, made her hit the shot. Kept it simple. Didn't go for too much. And if Marcela wants to get through this, she has to keep doing that. She has to keep those balls in the lines. Good pressure. It's good pressure. Like, Lea's job here is just to try and get Marcela to make simple errors. That wasn't necessarily a simple error per se, but it's more that forcing the error is what she needs to do and not make, you know, take any risks, really. Good serve. So if you're at home, guys, and you're watching this, or you're at work or somewhere watching this on YouTube, or there we go. So again, while we're looking at other matches, look at the body language difference between Marcela and Lea. Lea looks relaxed and kind of in the groove of the routine, going through her regular routine she's doing now. Marcela, not as much that relaxed demeanor. The return, a little short actually. Okay, all right. I want to see more of that, Marcela. Get into the kitchen more. Yeah, make her miss. I think that's going to be in her best interest. Serve. Good point. Also, at a good return there. But yeah, that ball there just gave Lea a bit of time to set her feet, place a shot, and kept pretty relaxed. So I did a pretty good job until that point. Good shot. Good shot. But very tight to the lines there, I'm afraid. Again, it's that idea of that you're playing a good player, you've got to keep your margins in check. And that was at work that time, but it's got to work every time. Oh, great point. Great point. So you see that more in the ladies' game than you do the men's game, where both players are staying back for long periods of time. That there is an example that it's just speed and also wingspan. Typically, men have got a larger wingspan than women. So 9-2 here. Okay, first real kind of simple miss I've seen Lea do, really. Not that bad, but first time I've seen it. Will it continue? That's Marcela's job to figure that out. A shot. Look at how Marcela disguised that ball. She faked going cross, but then just opened the face out and pulled it down the line. It's a nice shot, that. Nice shot. It's a good point. I think Marcela had control of that for maybe most apart from 2 shots, and she just let her back into the point, gave Lea time to set her feet, and then point's kind of over. But she had that in control there, point-wise. She wasn't far off from winning that one. Maybe we were off bounce there, we'll never know. So they're staying back, yeah? Yeah, it's that. Staying back is more common in ladies' game, waiting for the right ball. Lea just got a little bit rushed on that last one there. So that makes kind of sense what happened on that kind of easier miss. This is better for Marcela. I'm seeing better patience here on the Huns. Let's see how things go here. So Lea is in the lead as we speak. Good. So there's some stats on timeouts here, ladies and gents, that are interesting. That sometimes taking time out goes against the person taking it. It's actually more in favor of the person not taking a timeout than taking a timeout. So it's a risk sometimes doing that. Well played. Good point. Really well controlled there. Really well controlled from Lea. Just push on the court. Very good. Lea there in that first one. It was, I'm going to say that again, it wasn't normal. It was just a bit of up and down. Like, Marcela had a few chances, but just couldn't really press on and put pressure on her. Good point. Professional point there. Just waiting for the right one, controlling the court nicely, and just picking her spots. It's a good point there. Really good point. I want to see some more pressure there from Marcela. Why did he put it there under some pressure here? Better. Good defense. Good defense. But again, you can see, guys, the ladies, they wait for the right ball to come in. They're not in any rush sometimes because they necessarily haven't got the wingspan to cover those passing shots. And as the sport gets faster and faster, choosing the appropriate shots, you know, with what the ball is given is really necessary, especially in the ladies' game. So let's see how this goes here. It's now in favor still of Marcela. I want to see her push on. I really do want to see her push on. Because I think she could do better here in this next game by just putting more pressure with simple but smart shots. I think that'll go a long way. Good point. Nice. Again, I mentioned this earlier. I want to see Marcela hitting that ball a foot inside every line here on all the shots. Put the pressure back onto Lea. It's a good serve. Wasn't much wrong with the serve, that's for sure. Lea hit a pretty good return. The line was there to hit, just didn't make that shot. So I don't think it was necessarily a forced error. Could be more unforced, if I'm honest. So I'm like making noises here during the points, and I do apologize. So I'm looking at Lea's game, thinking, that's kind of nice. Oh, I can learn from that. And again, it's back to her base. Like, her base is so solid. It's so fun to watch, especially live. Good point control. That was good point control. I think. Yeah. Again, that was a tough shot for Lea to hit there. Very low, highest part of the net. This could be, if Marcela can keep the pressure on, this could go a bit further. Okay, we're pretty close. ATP there, off the net court, just some time. Question is, we have a, okay. Look pretty close. Not all right, guys, we have a verdict from the video review referee, and he's come to his verdict. He's going to be showing that pretty shortly. But it's kind of cool. I'm right here watching it next to him, so I get to see everything. Right, here we go here.
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
Yeah, don't hit me on my phone like face it. None of y'all can stop me saying with me like face it. Shut it down, you know I'm the one doing face it. None of y'all can stop me saying with me like yeah, face it. Yeah, face it. Yeah, face it.
All those emotions into a more positive right. Good point. Really good point. And that's what I mean by how Lea can channel that negativity into positivity. It takes a unique person to do that. Like if you look at the tennis world, John McEnroe is a prime example of that. Sometimes the negativity inspires them to play better. And I think Lea has that kind of personality where sometimes when she's getting on herself, it's not always the worst thing for her. It's been documented that she's trying to get better at channeling that, but sometimes the personality-wise, it will go in favor of that player. So I think it'd be interesting here to see how, if she can come back. So she's currently down, what, 0-5 here on serve. And the previous game has gone by, we've had some swings in momentum. Pickleball, especially singles, it's all momentum-based. There's nothing more momentum. So this could very quickly get back from 0-5 to 5-0, depending upon how Lea responds to the score deficit. Okay, side out. Okay, so, no. Marcela did a good job there. She got into a place where she turned the tables back in favor of her, even though Lea was at the kitchen line. It's just you've got to capitalize on that ball. It's there. That kind of mid pop-up should have been put away, really, but gave Lea a chance to get back to the point. Okay, right. Body language. So, if I'm Marcela here and I'm playing the best person in the draw, what do I want to see? Someone that's flowing their arms and then when they lose a point, or someone that's dialed in, and that's where it can go both ways for Lea. Point, well played. Again, she did a good job there of playing that volley in an awkward position, more kind of towards that backhand corner. Now let's see how she pushes on here. Yeah, good shot, good shot. I like that. Look at her base. Look at her base now here, right? See how she stays low for about a second before the ball gets to her. That's just getting her whole body balanced for the shot, which makes her way more efficient. And we mentioned this earlier with Federico Stachru. He's the same way. He's very balanced and very low and strong when he plays. That's unlucky. Bit of a rough bounce there for Marcelo, but I think, oh, sorry, Marcela, excuse me. But the play is there. But you can see now, look at body language of Lea. It's getting more relaxed again. This is where Pickleball can shift. Let's see if she can keep pushing forward here. Great return. Ooh, they're the ones you want to get back. And you can't sleep at night thinking about, because she had the time. I thought maybe she was in two minds there, maybe thought about going behind her, but timeout. I agree with this timeout. She needs to get herself back into the momentum shift here. Hones in this game. Yeah, rough bounce there, a bit for Marcela there, but a good point. Again, waiting to come in at the right time. is super important. And we had this swing. Marcela was 0-5 up. Lea's body language was kind of negative. She's calmed down now, recentered, rechilled, and the scoreboard reflects that. Yeah, that's a good point. But again, I like Lea's kind of body language here. She's not getting too upset, and even though she's down the score, the pressure really is on Marcela there. It really is. So let's see if she can capitalize and push on and get off 5. Okay. Okay, pretty good. And good ground strokes there from Marcela. I still want to see less of that body language from Lea. I know she's the best player in the world, pretty much, apart from Anna Lee for singles. But I feel it just gives Marcela an advantage of confidence. Like, she's the person that's the lowest seed, and she's giving her confidence by showing that emotion. Good timeout. I think it's a good time for Marcela's favor. Let's see if she can keep pushing forward here. Let's get this game. It's a good serve. Will there be a challenge here? We'll find out. Will there be a challenge? But hang on, does Lea have enough timeouts to challenge? I don't think she does. I think she's used her timeouts. Yeah, but she can't challenge it. So Lea has used her timeouts prior to from challenging previous calls, and then also having her own individual timeouts for in between the match. So at this point, Lea cannot challenge that actual shot. She's out of timeouts. Sorry. And that's kind of the risk of in those timeouts earlier on trying to ruin the rhythm or take the rhythm away from Marcela. So now this could go both ways now. How will Lea deal with this kind of situation? She's down the score. She's a tough call that, you know, you can't really see it from my angle, but it looks more wide than in. Is she going to be able to deal with this pressure and the situation she's in? And can that body language really help her out? Let's see. I might be wrong here on the challenges, but I think I'm roughly right. They're sitting down, so... So I've got information here from the studio that we requested a second ref. To just get more of a better visual on the lines. That makes sense. Just get a better perspective and then get that double confirmation the ball was definitely in or out. But it seems like, yeah, she's out of challenges, so she can't challenge, which is kind of the fun part. Take a look here. So look here. So this is the review that's in question. Yeah, that's tough. So the ruling with the ball, guys. Or after this ball, let's go first, and I'll tell you about it afterwards. Okay, good response. So when it comes to the line calls, there has to be, I think it's correctly here, 2/3 of the ball has to be on the line for it to be called good. And if I'm wrong, you can tell me. But that seems what I remember correctly. So that ball looked wide if you follow that rule. Good serve. Good serve. Again, this is why I like watching Lea play in this mindset. Turn that negativity into positivity and pumping herself up. It's where she plays her best. Good point. Yeah, really smart. Again, you see that she's controlling her dinks on these cat and mouse exchanges. Not looking rushed on that shot. Make sure she's getting her feet set and that pressure is applied on Marcela, which is, and in those environments, she's done really well today at taking time away from Marcela. Nice ball, nice ball. For example, there, how the reverse of the last situation, Marcela is now the one composed and controlling the shot. That's a good shot. I like that. I want to see more of that composure from Marcela moving forwards. Okay, I like that body language. I like that body language. This is when, again, it goes both ways. You can negatively kind of pump yourself up, and you can also positively pump yourself up. It's how you channel it in a stressful environment like we're in now. Okay, ball was called out. Second official agrees. Ball was brought along. Oh. Okay, so yeah, ball was called out. That's how that goes when it comes to calling. 8-6. Okay.
8-6.
Great point. Just put the ball in the right spots. Ask the question of Lea, can you pass me? If you can pass me, too good. If you can't pass me, I've done my job. This is that margin control I mentioned earlier on in game one. She's getting a lot better at in this game. Good point. Good point. Very solid. Not taking any risks, but at the same time applying that pressure, and which, with this situation right now, Lea is still in the lead. This game is not over, so only 3 points can quickly swing in this game. It can really swing. So 1 or 2 good serves here, it could be 9-all. Okay. Momentum is shifting again. And the pressure is now applied on Marcela to just get back onto serve, which it adds up. Especially if you're in the lead, it's like, I've got to finish, but can I finish? That's another good point. I would, if I was Marcela, consider a timeout if I have one available. I think she has 1 more left. But just aha, see, aha, called it. How she does. But we are still very tight here on score. Like that. Good positivity. I'm gonna take this down. It's also a tactic players like to do. If the ball is tight, and you know maybe could be going wide, a slightly louder call just to make your opponent kind of a second guess. Do I call it wide? Do I not? It's a tactic that's from a tennis game that I can see crypted in there too. Good point. Good point. Not much really Lea could do there. She made, again, Marcela made Lea hit that shot cross court into a risky area, which is not easy to do with the shortest part of the court. So she did what she meant to do. 9-9. Really good point. Really good point. I love that body language. Yes. That's going to keep things going. Just keep yourself in a good place. It's kind of the balance of anxiety, where are you too geared up? Is it too much? Are you not enough geared up? Is it not enough? It's that nice balance that Lea seems to have found her way through right now. Yeah, now the pressures are really on. We mentioned pressure earlier about the idea of that. Even though you're ahead, you're never really ahead in pickleball because you can only win when you're serving. So suddenly you can feel you're 8-2 up, but if you're not serving, the pressure's still on. And it's shown here in this game with Marcela that Lea has never been out of this game. Okay. Good return. Under pressure. Down the line, hit a good bit of margin. Again, making Lea hit the shot. That's something that rec players need to grasp more. Make them miss. Don't force. Don't make them put the ball too close to the line and risk the opportunity of actually winning the point. Good point. I like the idea of Marcela coming in there. I think the ball was strong enough to coming off it. It's just a little bit of that reach. It's like it's not perfect. I think Marcela's about 5'6". It's tough to reach those balls on the stretch. Match point here. Yeah, well done. Well played there. Good game there. Marcela, good fight towards the end.